over there. I know the folks over at Shiloh have also been mentioning the rat problem on that alley. And then there was also noise issues, noises emanating from the interior that is disturbing the neighbors at 801 P Street Northwest. That's the senior co-op, Greater New Hope Cooperative. So I'm moving that advisory neighborhood 6E protest the liquor license renewal for Chaplin Restaurant at 1501 9th Street Northwest on the grounds of peace, order, and quiet. And I would ask for a second.
I'll second. Any other comments from commissioners? All in favor of protesting this license, signify with your hands, and we'll do a real count here.
Yes.
Are you guessing?
Yes.
Okay, that is 5 opposition. Sorry, 5 in favor of protest. Did I count that right? Is somebody opposed? Okay, so it's 6-0-0. We will protest that license. Outpost 440 K Street, which is Baked and Wired, or Bake Joint, or whatever they're calling themselves these days. Their license, liquor license is up for renewal. They are only open till 10 or 10:30 in the evening, and there has been no problem. There has been nothing that would indicate that they should not be supported by the A&T. This is in my single-member district, so I'm making a motion that we support the renewal license for Outpost at 440 K Street.
Laura, I have a question though. I don't remember ever approving one in the first place. I mean, did they?
Yes, they came before us.
They did come before us?
Yes.
What kind of stuff is
It's mostly coffee, sandwiches, baked goods, breads, and every now and again they have like a wine party, like a happy hour. But their business actually closes at 10:30 in the evening, and so they're only every now and again having special events with wine, and that's it. Same thing, 10:30. So there is absolutely no issue with them or what they've been doing. So I certainly would hope that we can support. Okay. Go ahead, Alex. I'm making a motion that we support, and we've seconded it, and we take a vote. All in favor of supporting this application, signify. Aye. Anyone opposed? The motion carries 6-0-0 to support. Uptown Ethiopia.
Uptown Ethiopian Fusion Cuisine trading. That's their trade name. It's the applicant is Fasio Ethiopian Restaurant in 1608 7th Street Northwest. And we have been receiving a number of complaints about noise related to the establishment. They do have an entertainment endorsement, but noise is audible, both from the residences on the 1600 block of 8th Street, across the alley from the establishment rear, as well as from the Lafayette at 1605 7th Street Northwest, that's on the building across 7th Street. There have also been reports of disturbances related to letting out after closing time, so apparently they are not closing at the required hours, and we're in the process of getting able to investigate that. But to try to tighten up on this operation and the concerns that are being expressed by neighbors, I am recommending that the ANC protest this license renewal as well. So I'm going to move the ANC 6E protest the liquor license renewal application for Fasio Ethiopian Restaurant trading as Uptown Ethiopian Fusion Cuisine at 1608 7th Street Northwest, and communicate that protest to the Alcoholic Beverage Regulatory Administration.
Motion was made by Alex, seconded by Kevin. Any comments from other commissioners? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The vote is 6-0-0 to protest. Okay.
March history this year.
Okay. Naomi, you're always the last one, and there's never anybody to tell your announcements to. Can we give you the privilege? I'm gonna have to change that. We give you the privilege tonight of announcements. Naomi is from Councilmember Allen's office.
So, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
There are a couple of things to announce. The biggest one is that the council member will be here next month at this meeting to meet with residents and the ANC. He wants to share what he's working on, find out what the ANC would like him to be paying attention to, and as well as you all. Besides his visit, he's visiting all the ANCs over the next couple of months. He is always at a conference coffee on the first Friday of every month in the morning from 8 to 9:30. So people on the way to work can drop by and we can get back to the council building before hearings start at 10. But that's been going on forever, and we will be there every first Friday. The chief of staff, several other staff people are with us, some of our regulars who show up on most Fridays. Alex had an announcement to make, I think we made already, about the security camera. I wanted to say a little bit about the security camera rebate. It is an opportunity for individuals to buy security cameras, put on their buildings, and get a substantial rebate as long as you allow the police access to it if there's any reason for it. The caution is that the money is unlimited, so if you're interested, you need to find out pretty quick. Regs just came out today, so Alex, I guess we'll get some instructions out to people on how to apply and how to get your money back.
You should tweet it to the Twitter feed, the link.
And can we put it up on the website
We
as
can do
well?
that too.
Oh, what a good girl is our Michelle.
So residents can ask for a security camera as long as they're allowed
Rebates.
access.
You can buy them and they will
Buy them, so.
rebate your cost up to a certain amount. Businesses and churches can also acquire them. So another thing I want to talk about in a quick moment is that the council member has been visiting senior buildings in the city. And so this past month, a couple weeks ago, we were at the Hodge. And we just visit with the seniors and get to know them, get them to know how to find us and to hear from them. And one of the things I want to report to you now, which you'll be especially interested in this, is that the seniors really want to get involved with helping, mainly at Kennedy Rec or somewhere in the community, to help with kids. And I know there's a bunch of kids over there at Kennedy Rec right after school. So some sort of process to expedite the volunteer process so that they can do that. But we'd love to help make that happen with you all so that they can get out. That building is quite interesting in that it's not what you think of as low-income housing. It's affordable senior building. Rents being lower than the usual area, but they're pretty significant. And so they're working seniors, seniors who are active and doing things. So I want to encourage you all to, if you have occasion, to get to know the seniors in that building. They want to get involved with this. So if there are things you're doing, they're very capable and they're very interested. Is there anything else I've made? Oh yes, important. April 21st. The budget has now been submitted by the mayor to the council. There's official budget hearing schedule. So if you got your pet peeve at any city agency, you can get a schedule when they're up for their budget hearing, and you can show up and you can say all your complaints and suggest they need less money or they need more money. So if anybody interested in that, contact our office. We'll tell you when to schedule it. The council member does, this is the second year, so is annually going to do a budget review. What he does is he comes out into the community and he gives you a sort of overview of what's in the budget, what you might see the priorities of the cities or things that aren't priorities. And so it's an opportunity for you to input to him, ask questions to him before he gets to vote on any of these issues. That will be April 21st over on H Street at the Human, what do you call the building? Human Resource Building, that's on 8th Street. Yes, so again, you might tweet that out, that particular thing. It's very useful, people really appreciate it, last year they did, because it's a puzzle otherwise, you know, what's in that budget and what's going to be increased. I think there are some clear priorities, school modernization, and I know that you probably want to talk about Shaw when the council member comes next month. Is there anything anybody wants to ask me? If not, see you next year.
I came a little late, but I want to confirm the security budget eligibility for the cameras. Does that now include shop vehicles?
Yes.
307
Yes,
and
that
308.
This, I'm sorry.
Yes, there was a request that was granted to include 2 of the Shaw and 2 of our Capitol Hill areas.
You just missed it
Thank you very much.
by a few minutes. Yes, sir.
The hearing for Casey Trees is coming up on Thursday. Mayor Bowser wants to cut their budget 80%, which would probably kill them. We have trees around the rec center, they're dying. I don't know if the council member cares, but they're going to kill them.
If I can correct you, I believe that Casey Trees are funded by the UPS Foundation that supports Casey Trees, that is independent on a city budget. They make this, and that's not, I didn't even realize they did it, because they definitely are well funded by that foundation, UPS.
So they don't need our money.
No.
All right.
Anything else?
You know, Naomi comes faithfully every single month. God knows she's here every single month.
So she's gonna do that.
And I promise to move you up on the agenda, Naomi,
Okay,
next
all
time.
right. I don't mind if you put the mayor up there first and then put me.
Well, we can see about
But
that.
I like you, I like you. I don't want to.
We'll give you some time. I do believe now, number 14, 11, are you 1125 or 1127?
27.
Okay. Rochelle, are you going to introduce?
Go ahead and, so this was actually postponed a month. So-
Right. Initially, this meeting was supposed to be last month. My name's Ian Kelly. I live at 1127 Fifth Street. We're proposing a rear and roof addition to our house. Currently, our house is, our adjacent neighbors are an additional story in height above our roof. Our roof addition would be set back from the street, back from the facade face of our neighboring house to the south, which is also set back from the street further than our facade. I have some images here if anyone wants to look at them, and we're here just to see.
Yes, I would like to look at them.
Yeah, well, all right, you have seen them, but here you go.
Well, I just wanted to make sure if they go back to. That's what it's at?
Make
Well, this
sure
is
that
not-
the commission
Sure.
sees what you have to hand out if you want to vote.
Right, well, it's the same information that you last received. Here are the images are included in this page. These are the images. Okay. And currently, we're just here seeking approval, a letter of support from the ANC for our project. There was no requirement for a zoning adjustment or anything like that. We're within the regulations for zoning. So the only issue is that we have to present this to Historic Preservation Office. And that is what we're asking the letter of support for, is so that can be given to the HPRB.
So he's gotten much support from the surrounding neighbors.
Right, we
and
have, I think we have 12 letters of support from our neighbors. In addition to that, another 4 emails of support from additional ANC members. So, and we're here again to just ask for your support.
Who are the 12 neighbors?
I can show you every single letter, but I don't have them with me at this moment. 1116, 1131, 1106, 1108. There's quite a few more. And I'll give you copies of them if you need them.
No, okay. Yeah, I just
Okay, hang on. The commission comes first, then we'll turn it over to the audience for comment, please. Rochelle, do you have any questions of this?
No, I have talked thoroughly with Mr. Kelly over this.
Alex, you want to mention that this came to committee already?
Yes, I can. The applicants did come to the February AC6C zoning and planning committee meeting, made their presentation, and the committee recommended that the full commission offer the support of the application.
Are there any questions or concerns from other commissioners? Anybody in the audience? Now you can hear you saying yeah.
Yeah, I'm the next door neighbor. I just have one concern.
Yeah.
That Mr. Ian, when any debris this time, any debris which comes down to our property is getting cleaned up. And also regarding this window, I want to make sure that this window, which is over our airspace, that this is not going to be grandfathered, because I want to plan on building a deck in the back, and that window would be sort of in our way. See, I'm this property here,
Does Brendan know about this or not?
and this property,
This window was installed by the previous owner about 20 years ago.
it was installed, it was a Labor Day weekend special.
Yeah, I don't think he got permits for it.
No,
It was installed
no,
a long time ago.
he started on a Friday and was finished on a Tuesday morning.
Just to clarify, this is not a review of the permit. This is about whether or not the context of the
I just want to
addition-
make sure that this window is not, doesn't get no grandfather with permits, because I want to build a deck in the back.
I'm sorry, I don't see where the window is.
This is,
Clarify this.
she's looking at another set of drawings and more detailed. So this is the front of the house. This is the courtyard. This is her property.
This is my property. This is my property goes until here.
The courtyard is your property now?
Yes,
Right. So where is this window?
it's not a public courtyard. It's my private backyard.
No, that's fine.
So is this a bay that's protruding into,
Yeah.
over your property?
Yeah.
This is right
Okay.
here.
And I just want to make sure that this doesn't get grandfathered, because I plan on building a deck in the back.
Is this window presently on your property?
It's on my airspace.
The former owner installed it, and I believe it has to have at least been 15 years ago.
That's not my question. Is it on her property?
Yes. It overhangs the property line.
I think as a good neighbor, you should offer to remove it
What a different kind of window.
as part of our support for that.
We will consider that.
Well,
But wait, so
I don't really understand how that's applicable to this.
And I agree with Mr. Kelly, because this is, because, you know, it's Heidi, it's unfortunate that that was from the past and the previous owner, but what Mr. Kelly's was has nothing to do with that window, and so that's what, nothing to do with the window.
I'm afraid that what we're voting on is what's in existence today. The fact that you may or may not
I
build
would like
something
to-
into the
I want
future.
to build a deck.
I understand that, but you're not presenting a building plan
No,
today,
no.
and so we can't
I just want
consider.
to make sure what happens if I come and there's a plan, I want to build a deck here.
But that is,
then
Heidi, once
either
again,
your
that's
neighbor's
nothing
gonna
to
have
do
to
with
remove it, or
this.
you're gonna have to sue him too.
I
I
also
rather
think that
don't
would
sue.
exceed your lot coverage, but we can look into that, because you don't own this, right?
No, not, that's a carriage house, it belongs to 3 other people.
I would,
I own it till here.
But even if she wasn't going to build a deck, it's still.
no, I understand.
It's her property.
And I'm willing to work with her on that, but that's really not applicable to this meeting.
Mr. Kelly, can you show me what window we were referring to?
Yeah, sure. Just so you all can get a chance to look at it. This is the front house to the left of ours, so this is the adjacent house we're referring to.
Okay.
And in the courtyard behind that house,
Oh,
there's a
cool.
bay window.
Can't
there.
see it in this picture,
Right.
right?
So there's a bay window in the courtyard behind this house,
I see.
right here, that the previous owner had installed.
So when you gonna be looking at it?
I plan on doing it maybe by the end of the year.
So you decided it, when did you decide you wanna do this? I'm asking.
Well, I decided that's for years. But, I just have to go out, it's coming. And I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. Oh, I told you this already.
But for, I just so that we have clarity. Cause I,
And I
would-
just want to make sure that he cleans up this.
exactly, and you've got my support on that, and you know how closely I work with DCRA, and anyone does anything wrong during construction, they are thrown under the bus right away by the director's office, there's no.
And
So-
I already, after you and I had met, I had sent Rochelle a letter summarizing all the things that we
Correct.
voluntarily agreed to.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
that was not brought up at that meeting, I would like to add.
Well, you know that.
So-
How did I know
Well,
that?
We had, when you used to run that air conditioner on top
Okay.
of my daughter's backyard.
Again, not
You know.
really here nor there, but we'll talk about that another time.
So Heidi, when you need help with those construction concerns, you will have my support.
Okay, thank you.
1000%, because I do it every day practically in the neighborhood, so
Okay.
don't worry about that. But tonight, it's for my fellow commissioners, we are moving forward with
With the
historic
roof
preservation support. Ta-da.
So do you
Okay.
want to make the motion?
Yes, ma'am. So,
It's okay to rebuild the roof deck. I just want to make sure that he cleans up, he has to clean up my backyard.
absolutely.
This time,
That's been agreed to.
Yep. Okay, got it.
Go ahead,
So,
Michelle.
I move that ANC 6E support 1127 Fifth Street Northwest with their historic preservation request for the roof addition.
So,
Rochelle made the motion. Commissioner Frank made the seconded. Is there any other discussion? Take a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries
Thank you.
600.
Thank you for
Rochelle, will you write that letter?
Thanks.
I will do that.
Since you have the, okay. We're moving right along here. Treasurer's report. Sir.
Kerry Reeves, ANC 16, has $58,347.09 in my checking account. I'll move to the expenses. I move that ANC 16 pay the amount of $125 to Karen Reeves for preparing April meeting minutes. And that ANC 16 reimbursed for Shell Library amount of $497 for the printing of the April minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? 600. So Kevin made the motion, Al seconded it, and the vote was 600.
And also, the commission has already reviewed the quarterly report for the third and fourth quarter of 2015 and the first quarter of 2016. I move that ANC 60 approve the quarterly report for those quarters.
And I just want to make a comment that Commissioner Chapo had difficulty with the online program which the city requires in order to submit these reports, which is, a real pain in the chops. But he did call and he did get in touch with the people in charge, so that's the reason we're filing 3 at one time. We had some difficulties with the filing, isn't that correct? Okay. The motion to approve the quarterly reports was put into motion by Kevin, seconded by Alex. All in favor?
Aye.
600. Anything else for money? That's it for money. Old business?
question,
Yes.
you need me to write the letter to MPD concerning the tent we voted on last Street.
Yes, please, if you would. Any old business that we have? Any new business that somebody wants to bring up? The next meeting will be held on May the 3rd, 2016. The Zoning and Agri Committee meeting will be on April the 28th. So if anybody wants to get to us. New regulations in the next 6 months are expected to go into effect for A&C. So we have to submit our agendas 2 weeks before. So if you are looking to get on our agenda, you need to get in touch with one of us so that we can get you onto the agenda before we have to submit it. So we're going to have to send it to the office of A&C 2 weeks in ahead. This is not in effect yet, but it's coming, so we might as well get into the habit of doing it so that we're ready when it does happen. We've done all the announcements. Thank you all very, very much for coming. This meeting is adjourned. I'm sorry, we have to make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We have a second. Second. Okay, so we have motion by Alex, seconded by Rochelle. This meeting is, we have all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? We are 6-0-0 to adjourn this meeting. I will get this in about 5 more years.